Hi, I'm Mike Brenner, founder and CEO of Right Chord Leadership. And when I heard yesterday of the passing of the great Chick Corea, who we found out died earlier this week of a rare form of cancer, I really debated whether to acknowledge this event on LinkedIn. After all, LinkedIn is not typically considered, the right platform for this kind of content. But then I thought to myself, why not LinkedIn? LinkedIn is full of people doing really cool things, entrepreneurs, people pushing the envelope, thought leaders, people who inspire others. And, Chick Corea was nothing if not those things. So I don't have any fancy animation. I don't have, introductory music and anything like that. I just have sort of a heartfelt testimonial to this unbelievable figure, this truly legendary musical personality. For those of you that know Chick Corea, what a mark he has had, not only in the jazz genre, but on music in general. When I was first introduced to jazz as a young kid in junior high school, the first musician that I heard was Miles Davis. But I imagine shortly after my exposure to Miles, I was exposed to the music of Chick Corea. And ever since then, you're talking many decades, the music of Chick Corea has just been something that I habitually reach for, routinely reach for. It's just always been a part of my life ever since then. Whether it's been his solo, many solo records, his work with Miles Davis. He did work with Miles in the late 60s, early 70s, I believe. His work with his famous Electric Band, his work with Return to Forever, the seminal fusion band from the early 70s, and on it goes. His output, the quality of his compositions, and certainly the brilliance of his playing, can only be described as otherworldly. I think what makes this loss that much more difficult is, we didn't know that he was sick, and this kind of came out of nowhere. We didn't have an opportunity to really prepare for it. I want to just read you some very quick quotes from Chick to kind of give you a sense of the kind of man he was. And whether you like jazz or not, or you're a musician or not, I try to pick a couple of quotes here that I would resonate with any of us, no matter what we do. So one of them here is one of my favorites. He says, you don't have to be Picasso or Rembrandt to create something. The fun of it, the joy of creating, is way high above anything else to do with the art form. Just a reminder about how fun and how joyful the act of creation is. And it doesn't mean creating a piece of music or creating a painting. It can simply be, could be creating a new product or a new service or a new way of bringing value to our customer relationships, right? Always looking to pull from the world of music and the world of art into the world of leadership and teams and organizations. That's what we do at Right Chord. Great little reminder there from Chick about the joy of the creative process. And also, he says here, I call myself a teacher because they want me to call myself a teacher, but actually what I'm doing is I'm studying. I thought that was really interesting, that the great teachers are also studiers, right? Receptive to new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of approaching their lives. And another quote to that point is, he says, my one thing is I continue to be interested and want to be a student. I don't want to be a master. When I'm learning something, I'm in my element. I love that. I've said many times in the past to my clients, I look forward to learning as much from you as I hope you learn from me. And as a consultant, a facilitator, an executive coach, an author, all the things that I do, one of the sheer joys of my life is to learn from others and to keep growing and developing and expanding my horizons. And Chick was that very thing. Even at the age of 79, when he passed away, he was still learning, still growing, still developing, still experimenting, still exploring, still trying new things. And so we're going to miss you, Chick Corea. I never had the opportunity to meet him. Certainly, I don't even think I ever saw him in concert, but I've certainly, seen plenty of his videos and listened to a lot of his music. So I encourage you to go out and listen to some Chick Corea in his memory. And I appreciate you listening to my thoughts about the late, great Chick Corea. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.